Hey girls, welcome back to the second episode of Girl Talk or another episode of Girl Talk. So today I'm gonna discuss with you guys, or I feel like we have to discuss this topic that is very important. Begging for love. Begging for love. If you are not a lady or if you are not a girl, please leave us alone. Yeah, please go watch my previous videos. This content is meant for those over the age of 18 and um the ladies who are in um the dating game. Should I say the dating game, or who are dating? Yeah. So if you feel like it's not your cup of tea, go and watch some of my videos. You might find something of a value there, and leave me with my ladies. It is that time of the day. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, my woman. Happy Women's Day. Happy Women's Day. It's a Woman Crush Wednesday. Yeah, uyangibona musimgqoke kanje. Bona ngigqoke kanje. Yeah, it's the confidence for me. It's the confidence for me with my wig. So I have a back pain, guys. Yo, I have a back pain. So let me not complain too much. I'm happy to see you again. And yeah, today we have a very important topic to discuss. Begging for love. Yes, you heard me. Begging for love. How many times have you ever begged someone to love you? How many times have you ever begged someone to stay with you or to be with you? Hmm? How many times have you ever begged someone to give you attention? I know a lot of ladies can relate to this type of questions or those questions that I'm asking. How many times have you ever begged for someone to make you happy? For your boyfriend to make you happy? For your partner to make you happy? How many of you have ever felt like you had to beg for love because you were afraid of losing someone? Hmm? Just to balance it today. Yeah, I'm just joking. But yeah, on a serious note, how many of you ladies have you ever begged someone to love you because you're scared of losing them, or you're scared of being alone, or you think that you're not good enough? How many of you have ever felt like begging for love was the only way to keep your relationship alive? Well, let me tell you something, girls. Begging for love is not the answer. It is not the answer. It is not the answer. Never, ever, 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 ever beg for love. Never, ever, 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 and ever again beg for love. Yeah, you heard me. And the reason why I'm saying this, once you start to beg someone for love, they're gonna see you as a desperado. I understand that I have done that. Yeah, I once did that. Yeah, I once did that, and somebody treated me like, yo, you have no choice. You just have to stick with me. And they played me. And I was like, I would never, ever, ever, ever. Yet. So let me tell you something. As I said, begging for love is not the answer. Begging for love is not the solution. Begging for love is not the only way, is not the way to go. In fact, begging for love is one of the worst things that you can do to yourself. You can do for yourself and your partner as well. Why? Because begging for love is not love. Begging for love is not healthy. Begging for love is not respectful. It is not respectful. It is not respectful at all. Begging for love is not empowering. Begging for love is not cute. It is not cute. Excuse me. But then when you beg for love, you look stupid in the eyes of the person that you're begging for love from. Begging for love is not romantic. You're becoming a nag. Do they say a nag? Yeah. Becoming a nagging partner. Wow. Once you start to beg for love, begging for love, it's not cool at all. Begging for love is toxic. It is really toxic because it's gonna hurt your emotions, because that person is gonna continuously treat you like a doormat, because when you don't have any other choice, you looking desperate, you giving desperado vibes. Yeah. Desperado. So it is not romantic. It's begging for love is not fun. Begging for love is not cool. Begging for love is toxic. And in this video, I am going to tell you why. We we are going to tell you why you should never beg for love, and how to stop begging for love if you are doing it. We are going to tell you how to love yourself first, and how to find a partner who loves you the way that you deserve to be loved. Mhm. We are going to tell you how to like a grown up, and how to have a mature and fulfilling relationship. It is not worth it. And as you saw, Ari, it's not worth the risk. I'm not laughing because yeah, I'm still learning also. I'm not laughing, but is it worth the risk? It's not worth the risk. So stop begging for love. Stop begging for love. Stop begging for attention. Stop begging to be treated with respect from someone who doesn't respect you. Mhm. If they don't respect you, don't ever beg them. Just put a line and tell them that once you cross this line, I'm gone. Mhm. If they love you, they'll respect your boundaries. You get. So I'm going to tell you how to like a grown up, and how to have a mature and a fulfilling relationship. So grab your popcorn, grab your drink, grab your pen, grab your notepad, and sit down, relax, and do the Lord's work if you haven't done that. I'm gonna wait for you. Welcome back. I am Fatima Talks. If you are new here, please subscribe. If it's not your first time seeing this phase, honey, sit down, relax, have your drink, have your notepad, have everything that you're gonna need, and please click on that like button. I'd really appreciate you. So this is Girls Talk. This is how you stop begging for love. Number one, never beg for love. Never beg someone to love you back or be with you when you want to. If they don't want to be with you, treat them as if like they don't exist. Ignore them. Keep a distance. Never beg someone's time, commitment, affection, or attention. The reason I believe that I have already told you the reasons why you should stop begging for love. We're not these are the things that we are not gonna do. We are not gonna beg for someone's attention. We are not gonna beg for someone's commitment. We are not gonna beg for someone's affection. We are not gonna beg for someone's attention. Someone who claims to love us, someone who claims that and most of the time I understand that we are being approached. We are being approached. So if that person that took his time, or yeah, I don't want to sound homophobic, but if your partner took their time to first approach you, and then they still make you feel like you have to beg for their attention, for their love, for their commitments, ngenzela peace mntazi. Choose a peace and just then ignore them. Detach if you have attached already. Detach because there's no future in that relationship, unfortunately. Unfortunately, there is no future in that relationship or whatsoever that you call. So number two, never beg someone to stay with you when you need him the most. Mm-hmm. Never beg someone to stay with you when you need them the most, because in the first place, if he loves you that much, if he truly loves you, he will leave you and let go of your hand. But I might say, did I say he would leave you? He wouldn't. He wouldn't, Tabs. He wouldn't leave you. He wouldn't leave you. He wouldn't leave you and let go of your hand. He will never let you. beg for his presence and love, because he will give it to you with open arms. Don't beg. It's demeaning. Yeah, this is the reason why you shouldn't beg. It is demeaning. It is degrading. Remember, if you have to beg, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. No one is worth begging for. So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. The reason why I'm doing this video, there's somebody that is very close to me, and the lady told me a situation of somebody that she knows, and that somebody, can we give her a name? Let's say her name is Targmamara. Yeah, I like short stories, man, to make a sense, to make some sense. Okay, let me stop with that, because maybe she will be angry with me. If your partner can go to an extent of inviting someone to a special event while you are there, and you didn't tell him, like, without telling you, ne, they rather go with someone to an event, because I feel like when you are too nagging, and you do not fit the standard of someone to be going out with. You have those people that be like, nah, I'll rather go with my um other girl than go with my steady girlfriend. Why I would like shit? If you are gonna beg for that person, for you to still beg in that relationship, thinking that the person would prioritize you, because when you have prioritized them, you have made them a center of your life, the center of your attention. They're not thinking the same. They're not thinking the same, unfortunately. So you need to let go of that person for your own sanity, for your own good, for your own peace. So we're not gonna do that. If somebody treats you like trash, we leave them. If somebody um treats you in a way that you have to question, like their morals, their upbringing, their character, then you don't have to be staying in that relationship, because why are you still staying there? Let's have a quick chat. Why are you still having why are you still holding on to that situation? Because clearly he doesn't respect you. If somebody respects you, they will not want to see you hurt. They would give you the attention that you need. They would do each and everything to make you feel like you're the only person in the world. Like I'm the only one in the world. La 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 la. Oh, la, la, la. If it doesn't do that, if it doesn't make you feel like the only girl in the world, what are you still doing in there? You are begging him to love you. And sometimes keeping a distance, closing the chapter, detaching will alert the person and make the person see your worth. And it's not like when you detach from someone, doesn't mean that you are hoping for their reaction to see how valuable you were. No, it's their loss. It's their loss. So number 4, I'm always number 3. Where is number 3? I don't understand, because I wrote, okay, let me say number 2. That was number 1, number 2, number 3. Never beg for love, because you deserve to be loved unconditionally. This is the reason why you shouldn't beg for love. You deserve to be loved unconditionally and wholeheartedly. It doesn't have to feel like it's a job to be in a relationship. It doesn't have to it doesn't have to require a whole lot of energy to be loved by someone. It doesn't have to feel like you have to it doesn't have to take you to what do I what do I want to say? What do I want to say? Is English. Never beg for the love, because never beg for the love, because you deserve to be loved unconditionally and wholeheartedly. Do you get? You are worthy of respect, honesty, and loyalty. You are not a charity case or a second option. Mhm. You are not a charity case or a second option. Nobody has to come in your life and treat you like the way that they want to treat you or treat you as they please, and you have to take each and everything as if like, wanna. Don't be afraid of being alone. Don't be scared of being alone. Being alone brings you peace. It makes you innovative. It makes you know yourself. It makes you connect with yourself even more. It makes you discover some hidden talents in you. It makes you discover certain skills that you didn't know that you have. But if you when you're still gonna be begging for love and be following the person, going after the person, trying to make them know how of a worthy or of a valuable person you are. Mm-mm. It's not on. If you are on this channel, we're not gonna beg for love. We're not gonna beg. I'm not saying that you have to be rude. I am not saying that you have to be rude. If you feel like here nkare ka foster, nkare ka gabeletsa, please have a matured conversation with the person that you are in a relationship with and ask them and let them know how you feel. And then if you feel like okay, you had you had this type of a conversation and there's nothing that like it's still looking the same, there's no changes and the person is not willing to change, or they don't have good valid reasons why they giving, because I understand that the moment you start to feel like you are paying for love, it is because you see certain treatments, um you see certain behaviors towards you. So if ever you have held that type of, you have communicated with your partner about that type of conversation and still you don't see any good changes, why are you still there? Hmm? Usahlalele hlalele ntoni esana uhlalele ntoni hlalele ntoni. So don't beg for love. Don't beg for love. Pack your bags and leave. It's not the end of the road. It's not the end of the road. You can still live and you can still love yourself and you can still cherish. You can still accept yourself. You can still do a lot of things. You know that love that you were, it's too much, that love that you were showering the person that you were in a relationship with, you can use it to you can somehow double it to shower yourself. You can do a lot of things like no, stop hating someone, rather beg yourself. If it's possible, I don't know if it's possible, but yeah, rather do the opposite. Instead of begging for someone to be in your life, instead of begging someone to see your worth, beg yourself to see your own worth. Beg yourself to notice the love that you deserve. Beg yourself to know where to draw the line. Beg yourself to have clear boundaries. Yeah. And be strict with your boundaries. If it's crossed, it's crossed, you know. So if you have communicated your boundaries, if you have had this type of conversation and you still seeing that like it's still going on and on and on and on, like for an example, there's a lady that is in a relationship. There's a lady that is in a relationship right now as we speak. She has kids, or she has a kid, or maybe she's pregnant, and the person is cheating. The person that is in a relationship with is cheating, no longer hiding it, nowhere to be found. When you talk about it, they tell you that hey, Utomile, you have started. Can I have peace? How do you expect me to give you peace if you don't want peace? So if you are in that kind of a situation, baby girl, do yourself a favor, put yourself 1st. Love yourself more than love yourself. Rana ka wena. Rana, 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 rana. It's not worth the risk. If you don't get it, forget about it. But Cecil said it's not worth the risk. So never beg for love, because you deserve to be loved unconditionally and wholeheartedly. Yeah, wholeheartedly. You are worthy of respect, honesty, and loyalty. Do you get? These are the reasons why you shouldn't beg for love, because why? You are worthy of respect, loyalty, and honesty. You are not a charity case. Yeah? Don't even allow a person to treat you as a second option. Never ever 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 let that happen. Watch. Unless if you don't know. But once you find out, put yourself 1st. You available and unique person who has much to offer to the world and to your partner. But if he doesn't realize that it's not your duty and responsibility to make him notice that, no, you're about to lose the diamond. No, if he doesn't get it, leave him the way that he is. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to leave your relationships and then come back and complain. Yeah, no, I'm just saying that sometimes you need to have, because why are you still in that relationship if you will cry yourself to sleep at night? You would, once he's out, you'll be asking yourself a lot of questions like, I wonder who is he with right now. If it doesn't pick up his call, you'll be like, yo, Jesus, ngaze ngavelelwa. I wonder where and who is he with. You know? So you if they've not created that space or the safe space for you to trust them, and if you haven't seen any loyal and honesty and respect in everything that they do, then I think you have to just let go, because it's not worth the risk. See, so said it's not worth the risk. Number 5, never beg for love. Never beg for love, because you will lose your dignity and self-esteem. Never beg for love, because why? You will lose your dignity and self-esteem. Begging for love will make you feel insecure, desperate. Awufuni kubizwa nge-desperado. Thiyo, desperado bayira wena nakuyo. You don't want to feel insecure, desperate, and needy. You will compromise your standards and values. If you are begging for love, you are compromising your standards and your values. You will settle for less than you deserve. That is the harsh truth. You will lose your sense of self-worth and self-love. You'd never love yourself enough. You won't feel like you are worthy of a good partner. Would you would struggle with loving yourself even more, because you'll be trying so hard. You'll be trying so hard. That love that was supposed to be the love that you were supposed to be showering yourself with, you're gonna take it all and give it to him. You're gonna be miserable. You're gonna lose weight. You're gonna look crusty. You're gonna look unhealthy. You see, it's not good for your mental health, man. It's not self-worth begging for love, going after someone to notice you. If they cannot notice you, move. You have a lot of, I don't know, billions and billions of people. I don't know how many percentage. Maybe I have to go on and do a research, but while you're still holding on to that person, begging them to love you, trying so hard to show them how you love them so that they can appreciate you, you are closing doors for those who thought that, hey, maybe this is the right person for me, and that damage you. Don't trust anybody anymore. That is the problem with begging for love. There's a girl that I know that used to be in an abusive relationship for years, for 3 years, not 3 years. She was in an abusive relationship for some years. Ne? For some years. I don't know how many years she dated the guy. She has, as we speak, she have 3 kids with the guy. That guy was so disrespectful. He would come and beat up that lady in front of her parents. Imagine the level of disrespect. He would come and beat her up in front of her parents. He would swear at the lady in front of everyone. He would come with a lot of girls going up and down in front of that girl. And that girl would be going after this guy, going to his place to clean up, to do laundry, to do all these things, thinking that the guy will see and notice that no, yeah, I have a diamond. But lucky enough, she did come out of that situation. But what I've heard, because the streets are talking, what I've heard, it's that the damage that that guy have caused to the lady, it's too much, because now like she can no longer stay in a relationship for the longest time, and once you start with her, like she fight for herself. She's not even scared of jail. Yeah, that's how damaged she is. And sometimes you can blame the guy. It's I don't want to justify his actions, but the lady should have just let go of that guy for the longest time. If somebody comes at your own space, or if a person comes in front of your loved ones and disrespect you, he doesn't only disrespect you, he disrespect your entire family and your entire generation. You cannot come and beat me up in front of my dad. Never. Hell will break loose. It can never happen. It will never happen. And I have 4 sisters. I have 4 sisters. I don't think like a guy would come to my house or my mom's house and start behaving like a hooligan, or start shouting outside of the gate. No, it's not gonna happen. So sometimes we let these people treat us the way that they treat us, but doesn't justify their actions. So rather, if you see like that, yeah, if he can just swear, or like just say bad words in front of people, and then you don't say anything and you don't see anything wrong with it, then maybe you meet somehow. If that person, if your partner can just say a lot of stuff that are demeaning and degrading in front of people without feeling ashamed, it's not a healthy one. Stop begging for love. There's someone out there who can appreciate you, and that someone won't pop out at the same time. You need to love yourself more to attract people who will see how you love yourself, and then they'll come into your space and be like, okay, I'm gonna add to the love that she already has for herself. Mhm. Now, ladies, my girls, this is the last. This is the last point. This is the last point of today's topic: is never beg for love. You will end up hurting yourself and your partner. Yeah, never beg for love. You will end up hurting yourself and your partner. Begging for love will create resentment, frustration, and bitterness. You'll push your partner away and make them feel suffocated, guilty, and annoyed. You will damage your relationship and your happiness. Once you see that your partner is um trying to make you to beg um for, for their love, then just give them a space, man. Give them a space. You cannot be the only one who's always calling. Um, to, Earlier on, I was on Twitter. There's a lady who said, there's a lady who asked, Amaji, Daguchi guys, what made you hit it and never look back? Like you enjoyed it, but you didn't want to go back to the woman. There's one of the comments that I remember. I don't remember who was the person who commented. That person said that after 6 months or after 3 months of dating, the person was calling every day, was already attached. You get? So don't attach too quickly, because once you attach too quickly, like you're suffocating the person, like they're feeling annoyed, they feel like giving desperado vibes, like you are desperate and you just want to settle. And that person, I let me tell you the story. I once dated this other guy, ne? I once dated this other guy, and first day of us doing the deed, first day of us doing the deed, guy didn't say anything, but yeah, like you could see in his eyes that he enjoyed. Yes, he did enjoy, and I did enjoy, and I was waiting like for compliments in jail. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Then I asked him why, like, why, how did I ask? I did ask him if he did enjoy it. I did ask him if he did enjoy it. And he said, yeah. Then, after some days, because we women, we are emotional, we get attached too quickly. After some days, I've asked that guy, Wena, please tell me, what are we like? What is the direction of um what is the direction of our relationship? That guy was like, take it easy. The way I was so embarrassed. The way I was so embarrassed. It was like, let's just take one step at a time, and yeah. Um then I was like, okay. Then, and at that time then I was the one who was calling more frequently. More frequently. I was the one who was calling him. I was the one who was texting. Each and every time when he calls, I'll jump in to take my phone and be like, and I ended up saying, baby girl, what are you doing to yourself? That's not healthy. Why are you doing this to yourself? Then I let him. Um, I I detached. I told myself, let me just treat this person as if he doesn't exist. I'm not gonna be putting the energy and the work, and then he's just relaxed, and then he keeps pushing me away. Let me just keep a distance, because it seems like he doesn't feel me. Okay. The moment when I started to just don't care, I never called. Sometimes he will call, I'll just look at the phone like I won't even answer the calls. And she, for control. Yeah, I did that. I did that intentionally. And then the day that he will see me, or maybe I'll just answer the call the following day, and then he'll be like, I called you yesterday and your phone was just ringing. Why were you not picking up my calls? I was like, yo, you called me. I thought like we're taking one step at a time. Like, why are you bombarding me with a lot of calls? Mm-hmm. That energy that he gave me, I brought it back to him. And he was like, yo, I'm sorry. I never thought that that was hitting you. I was like, no, it's fine. Let's just take it step at a time. I mean, I listen, and sometimes I don't want to be pushing you, and maybe you might be even thinking that I want to force you into something that you are not ready for. So it is what it is, man. Yeah. So yeah, it was nice handling him that way. It was really nice. I really enjoyed his reaction. I really enjoyed him watching him calling me, constantly calling me, sending me text messages unprovoked. And I'll just look at the text messages and don't respond. I'll never respond in time. I'll respond at my own time. And in my head, in my head, I was telling myself that, okay, maybe if I start to be clingy or being nagging partner, this person, one mistake if I don't answer my call, one mistake if I don't respond in time, they'll accuse me of cheating. So let me just play it cool. Let me keep it, let me keep my distance. Yeah, let me let him chase me. And I did enjoy the chase. Like he was chasing me, and was enjoying every touch, every moment of it. I was every moment of that whole situation. I was rejoicing. Yes. So yeah, sometimes you don't have to beg. Sometimes you don't have to beg. I'm not saying that you have to be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be rude, but don't force people to love you. Don't beg people to love you. They'll take you for granted. They'll take your goodness for granted. It won't only hurt them, but you are damaging yourself inside. You are doing a huge damage inside because you're gonna end up believing that each and every person that comes into your life, they are coming to cause a harm in you. So do yourself a favor and accept if somebody shows you their colors. Rather be like, I'm not forced to be in this kind of situation. Let me just remove myself. Let me do you a good favor. Let me remove myself. Okay, another example is there was this other guy when I was 19. Yeah, I was 19 and he was my first boyfriend. He was I was 19, he was 25, 24, 24. I thought that like we loved each other. Guys, did I tell you the story? I think I did. I just don't remember which video did I share that with you guys. I complied with every rule that he put in the relationship because I believe that, oh no, I need to respect him. He told me, I'm not going to share you, only to find out that he's the one that I am sharing, only to find out that. So it happened that like he would play with me, and I'll keep on forgiving him, and then he ended up seeing that I man stoko saka or na customer yaka. If I want to play someone, this is the girl I will play until um until I was up to here. Yeah, it was that time when a lady called and she was like, "Yo, I'm pregnant with your baby. Finally, you're a father." I was like, "Yo, ayibo, ebarenge. Angeke ngizofela uthando. Akitlokola lerato nna. That's not gonna start with me. That's where I draw the line." And on that day, because he knew that I didn't even have the proof that the lady was pregnant, but I was up to here because I was always crying. I was like, I have to be always forgiving him. We always have to make and kiss and make up. It was exhausting. It was, I was a submissive girlfriend at that time. So I was tired of submitting to BS. Yeah, to the bullshit that he was putting me through. So I ended up being like, okay, since there's a child or there's a pregnancy involved in the whole situation, let me just remove myself. There's no future. There's nothing. I did block him. Yeah, the last time I saw him, I blocked him. I blocked him. I removed him. I detached. Same time. It was hurtful. I was crying like the whole night. I cried the whole night. Ne? And then at that time I was consoling myself that no, no, you don't deserve to be going through this. You're beautiful. You cannot be going through this because of a boy. I will. So I cried. I I used to my healing. What can I say? I used to write notes down. Like when you hurt me or when you mistreat me, I'll write down. So I took my journal. I cried. I pour my tears on that journal. I pour my emotions on that journal. I tried. I wrote everything that that happened in that relationship that have had me. I made a promise. Then I closed that book. Then I slept. Then it was the end of me and that guy. So there was this other time that he started to be like, he was the one that was coming like giving me attention, like unnecessary attention that I didn't even want at that time because I was angry. Like he would follow me around. Hey, Tabs, I just want to talk to you. Hey, Tabs, this and that. I'm telling you that this person I was just loving. You know when you have pure love for someone. So I loved this person so dearly. Yeah. So that person, yo, did me wrong, did me dirty. So, and I was not even looking like for to gain like each and everything that he offers. It, I don't wanna sound in a way that a lot of people won't like. But you see how Ntandubesh is respectful towards her man. How's that kind of a woman? Guys, please hear me out. I'm not saying this something wrong. I see that Besh is with what I see that Dandubesh is receiving the love and respect from the guy. Ne? Mina, I was constantly crying. There was nothing to enjoy in that relationship. I was the only one. It was one-sided relationship. So I was the one who was begging for love. So you see how like that couple is. I was once like that, sharp. And there's nothing wrong with being like that. If you are having a partner that can appreciate you, if you can have a partner that can treat you with respect and with love, and be honest with you, then I don't see the reason of being um, a loud woman or somebody who's nagging and stuff. So, baby guy, Atlantis tomorrow, yeah. Really, so that the reason why I'm mentioning Dando Best is because of Dandoga's. I saw on Twitter they say that Dandogazi, there's this one person who posted that even Dandogazi is not even choosy, it's not a materialistic woman. It's not, she's not about material things. She has a pure heart and stuff. So I was once like that. I was not focusing on what the guy was doing for me. I remember I was working at a restaurant. He would tell me, bring your tips, I'll save them for you. I never knew that guy's money. I never knew his presence. But the care was to do. He cared for me like. But then financially, I was on my own. Yeah, I've never ever received any financial assistance from that guy. So, and then when I told myself like, what's fun, man? Let me just leave this person and let me just focus on myself. And he started coming after me, stalking me on Facebook, sending his brother because I blocked him on my mobile contacts. So he sent his brother and he asked his brother to call me to ask for forgiveness on his behalf. His brother called me and I was like, yo, when I loved your brother, but now I'm telling at so it was nice seeing him. It was nice meeting you guys because of him, but I don't think it's a good thing for me to continue with this relationship because it's like I am always getting hurt each and every time. He won't disappoint by like each and every chance that he gets, he will he will make sure that he disappoints me. So I told the brother that I am fine right now. It's not that maybe there's somebody that I'm seeing, but I'm just fine. So he changed his number. He bought a new a SIM card. He called me. He was like, "Hey, Taps, still sure." Inside, sharp. Then I hear the voice. I was like, "What do you want?" And he was like, "Joe, I just want to see you. I just want to see you." I was crying tears, guys. I used to cry. Like I used to cry. I used to cry. He would tell me that I'm going to work in another province and I'm leaving for good and I don't think we have to go together. Like he would play with my emotions. That guy, he used to play with me, with my emotions. Then I'll be begging him, like I'll be even promising him that no, I'll leave my job and go with you. I was like, and you'll be like, yo, so what if then what will happen? Who's gonna take care of you when when we leave? Like I will look for another job and stuff. You know, I was so crazy in love. I was drunk in love. Yeah, when they talk about drunkenness in love, I was the girl. I was the girl at that time. I remember this other time. So he said, I just want to see you. I'm not going to talk about what happened. And I just want to see you for the last time. Like, okay, cool. And again, I've cried for the last time. And I told myself that it was the last time that I cried. So I went and met him. He didn't like Spatlos. The goddess, I don't know what do they call them in English, But yeah, if you're if you are from South Africa, you know what I'm talking about. We went there to where they sell patrols or kotas. We waited and he was like, "Yo, I'm so sorry. How is life?" I was like, "Yo, life is not it's not good at all. I didn't even pay rent. You know, I'm hungry. I don't have food." Like I started talking about the things that I've never talked about in the relationship for the sake of just seeing what he will do, because now I can't sit him around. He was like, "How much is your rent?" Then I told him. It was like, "Okay, I'll bring you the money tomorrow. And then today, what do you want to eat?" I knew that he hated Spat with all his heart, with passion. I told him, you know, I was just part. It's like, "Ke bokae?" I could wait tablets, ke bokae? And then I told him, 25 rand. Okay. He gave me the 25 rands. I went and bought the Spat. And as we were waiting for the order, because they were still preparing, he was he said to me, "You know, I now regret, I now understand that I've played with you, and please just forgive me. Let's just fix things, not even sure of what the other lady was saying." I was like, I cannot do it anymore. He was crying, guys. It's not it's not something to laugh about, but yeah, at that time I was laughing. It's like, yo, it was for the first time I see his tears. I was like, yo, you're not even sure that that person was telling the truth. How can you even believe someone you've never seen, you've never met, and this person doesn't even stay here? I was like, why not? I've been begging you for some time, for the longest time. And I found out that we were sharing this guy through his phone. I mean, my phone, he never found anything, no calls. If there are text messages, he would see that I'd be telling people that I have, like screen protector. It will be not screen protector, wallpaper. It will be me with him. WhatsApp me with him. I would even post him on Facebook. That's why I said to myself, I will never, ever, 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 ever post my partner on socials, because they will play you. Reposted them. You even wrote like long captions, yeah, romantic captions. You even went as far as googling those romantic codes from Google. Then they thank you with that kind of treatment. So yeah, sometimes you don't have to just let go. It's gonna pain for that moment. It's not gonna pain forever, and it's better to let go and um, experience that temporary pain rather than feeling the pain while you still with the person. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. So it is the end of today's video, and I hope that you will never ever 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 beg. If somebody makes you feel like you have to beg, if somebody makes it feels like it has to be the problem to love them, do yourself a favor. You don't need to be in that kind of relationship yet. So yeah, I'll see you on the next upload, and please share some of your experiences. What have happened? When did you notice that you were begging for love? And when was the last time when you said that I'm not gonna do this? How did you deal with that? How did you deal with that kind of relationship? How did you get out of that situation of you begging for love? Let's share our experiences in the comment section. I'll see you on the next upload.